Today we're going to talk about poop, and more specifically, what to do when you're having trouble doing number 2. Constipation is super uncomfortable, and you know you're experiencing it if you're pooping less than 3 times a week, you feel constantly bloated and gassy, or when you're trying way too hard to get it out. Your colon's job is to eliminate any waste materials like bacteria or any undigested food. So obviously, if your main elimination system is blocked, it can create a breeding ground for bacteria and toxins to accumulate, which can then get absorbed into your bloodstream. This can cause symptoms like headaches, fatigue, bloating, allergies, or even skin issues. So, what exactly can you do if you struggle with constipation? Here are 6 remedies that I've tried myself to help relieve my own constipation issues. Let's get to it. Number 1, the morning water hack. Chances are, if you're constipated, you may be sitting too much. A 2008 study by Vanderbilt University revealed that on average, most people sit 7.7 hours per day. Prolonged sitting can compress the abdominal cavity, which slows down digestion and can cause issues like heartburn and constipation. Here's a super effective trick that I discovered by accident, and it's this simple morning routine. When I wake up on an empty stomach, the first thing I do before eating anything is to drink 3 to 4 glasses of water. Then, instead of sitting down, I stand up for 15 to 30 minutes. This almost always prompts a bowel movement. At first, I didn't understand why it worked. I was extremely constipated, and I noticed that every time I stood up after drinking water on an empty stomach, I would feel the urge to do number 2. Then I did a little research, and what I found out is that when you stand up, your abdomen is stretched out, as opposed to it shrinking when you sit down. And this gives more space for your colon to work. Also, when you sit, it can cause undue pressure to your lower colon, which chokes the flow of your bowel movements. So you want to either get a standing desk or find any high surface area or tabletop where you can stand for 15 to 30 minutes while you do your work or get on your phone. Do not sit down. Stand up after drinking 3 to 4 glasses of water on an empty stomach, and you will eventually feel the urge to poop. Number 2, the Squatty Potty. If you have constipation, it might be likely that this is how you're used to sitting. But this sitting position actually makes constipation worse, and I'll explain why in a moment. But what can you do instead? Well, here's a super simple trick. Instead of sitting like this, sit like this. Now, what's the science behind this sitting position? When you're sitting 90 degrees, the rectum is constricted and not relaxed, so not everything will come out, and it causes straining where you have to try harder to poop. Putting your legs up on a small stool will relax the pooporactalis and straighten the rectum for an easier elimination. A study from Ohio State University tested the theory that putting your feet up when you poop helps passage. 71% of those who used a stool when they pottied reported faster bowel movements, and 90% reported less straining. So you can get a stool designed specifically for the toilet bowl like this, or you can simply get a short stool to put your feet up and keep it in the bathroom anytime you need to do number 2. It's such a simple change that makes all the difference to effectively support your colon. Number 3, eat papaya. Papaya is a powerful natural laxative, which contains an enzyme called papain that helps to digest proteins like gluten in your gut. It's so powerful that it has been used to tenderize meat for thousands of years. And it is a common remedy for constipation and irritable bowel syndrome. Concentrated amounts of papain can especially be found in unripe papaya. This enzyme helps prevent the buildup of undigested protein in the body and lymphatic system. Thus, the unripe papaya is considered to have more healing powers for constipation than the ripe one. Papayas are also a good source of insoluble fiber, which helps to bulk up the feces in your colon, allowing it to move easier through your digestive tract. Furthermore, papaya's folate, vitamin C, vitamin A, beta-carotene, and vitamin E have been linked with reduced risk of colon cancer. Remember to eat it in moderation though, because too much papaya can cause diarrhea and an upset stomach. But besides that, it is an extremely effective way to cleanse your colon of any old sludge and fecal matter. Number 4. Do a water enema cleanse. Enemas have been used for thousands of years by civilizations all the way from China to Babylonia, and has even been mentioned in the medical literature of ancient Egypt. It basically involves the insertion of filtered, purified water into the rectum via a tube to prompt an immediate bowel movement. Now, it may sound pretty intimidating, and there has been a lot of debate around the effectiveness of enemas. So, don't take my word for it, because what I'll share about enema has been from my own research and personal experience. I'm not a doctor or a medical professional, so I recommend that you do your own research and come to your own conclusions before trying out enemas on your own. From my personal experience, enemas have been extremely effective to relieve constipation. It takes anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes to completely clear the lower half of your colon. All you need is an enema bucket or an enema bag and purified water. This water will then flow into the lower half of your colon. Now, I won't go into detail on how to do an enema, because I suggest that you do your own research on it. But one of the main benefits of enemas is the immediate clearing of toxins from your body. As I mentioned in the earlier part of this video, when you poop, usually not everything comes out. In fact, a lot of times, feces can get stuck in the colon, which can cause a buildup of bad bacteria and toxins in the body, which leads to headaches, migraines, skin issues, and low energy. Anytime I find myself feeling lethargic or constipated, I'll do a water enema and I'll feel an immediate relief and an increased energy level. This is because, like I mentioned, enema helps to promptly remove any stuck fecal matter in your lower large intestine. I do enemas anywhere from once every 2 weeks or once every 3 months. It really depends. I don't recommend doing enemas very frequently because your colon is designed to help you eliminate waste naturally and detox naturally. And doing too much of enemas can wash away electrolytes and good bacteria. But with the modern day diet and eating a lot of processed foods, it is important to support your colon in any way that you can. My motto for health is that moderation and listening to your body is key. Again, don't take my word for it. I recommend that you do your own research into enemas, as it's very fascinating and can greatly aid in relieving constipation. Number 5, probiotics. Did you know that your digestive system contains about 100 trillion bacteria? That's right. You see, not all bacteria is bad. In fact, you need good bacteria in your gut in order to break down certain foods, fight off infection, and absorb nutrients. This good bacteria is called probiotics and often referred to as friendly bacteria. Maintaining a good intestinal tract is important to avoid digestive issues like constipation. On a side note, this is why I strongly avoid taking antibiotics. Because while it does kill bad bacteria, it also kills the good bacteria. And over time, if you use a lot of antibiotics, it can cause long-term damage on your gut lining. I'll talk about antibiotics in another video, but if you want to have healthy intestines and a healthy digestive tract, then stay away from antibiotics as much as you can, because they are known to damage your digestive tract. Here are a list of foods rich in probiotics: kimchi, sauerkraut, pickles, kefir, yogurt, kombucha, miso, soy tempeh, and many more. Number 6, eat more fiber-rich foods and drink a lot of water. You've heard it time and time again. Fiber is important. But what is it and why do we need it? Well, fiber is only found in fruits, vegetables, and plants, and it's absent in animal products like meat or cheese. Which is why, if you are a meat eater, it is more likely that you suffer from constipation, because a lot of these meat products do not have fiber. Fiber is the part of a plant that cannot be digested by the body, and that includes the skin, seed, or stalk of a fruit or vegetable. And it is also found in the outside layer of grains. So why is fiber important? Well, because it helps to add bulk to your stool so that it can be easily pushed through your system. Fiber has been shown to support gut health, regulate bowel movements, and lower your risk of colon cancer. Good sources of fiber include plant-based foods like oats, chia seeds, bananas, sweet potatoes, apples, or any whole meal or whole grain pastas, breads, or brown rice. If you have constipation, it's either that you don't have enough fiber in your diet, or you're eating too much fiber and you're not drinking enough water. Because fiber absorbs water, it's important to drink plenty of water throughout the day to avoid bloating or gas. So let's recap. Here are the 6 constipation hacks that you can start trying today. Take a screenshot of this so you can easily refer to these tips. Remember to comment below any other suggestions you have on how to relieve constipation. And remember to subscribe for more health hacks. I'll see you in the next video.